Hello LGs, this is the lady and I am coming to talk about a subject that was very close to my heart. um, as the title of this video is, I hated my breast, and that was when I was a teenager and very young and didn't have the appreciation or the maturity that I have today about big breasts. When I was a teenager, I had large breasts for someone my size. I was very skinny, so skinny in fact that my mother put me on this product that was called Weight On, and it was something like Ensure. It was supposed to help you gain weight. And so of course, growing up skinny and straight, and the only curve that I had were my breasts, all right? So I hated them. I wanted to, have small breasts for multiple reasons. I wanted to be able to wear the little slinky tops that my friends were wearing, the sexy bras that they were wearing. I wanted to go braless like they were doing and not be self-conscious about having a set of breasts that were double D's, all right, for a teenage girl who were maybe 100 pounds, and 40 of those pounds being breasts. I hated them, okay? I used to wear my tops buttoned all the way to the top, just nerdy, big glasses, anything to hide myself from being noticed so that people wouldn't see how large my breasts were. My mom used to call them she used to tell me that I had this unibreast because it didn't look like I had two, sets. It didn't look like I had two breasts. It looked like it was just one large breast because there was no definition, no cleavage as far as separation and all of that was concerned. The bras that I was wearing were cheap bras because of course we just couldn't afford to buy the kind of bras that I really needed. So we thought that I was going to have to contact Dolly Parton and see if she could donate me some of her bras, because I was actually, once I started taking the Weight On milk or whatever it was that she gave me, of course my breasts got even larger, and then I was going from the double D to almost an E cup and probably an F cup or whatever. And so I was miserable, and it got to the point where I was so heavy that my bras that I was wearing were cutting into literally leaving indentions into my shoulders. It was causing back problems, and I would have to physically lift my breast up just to take a deep breath. They were just that heavy. And so I would sleep in my bras because I never wanted to go without a bra. I didn't realize that, my girlfriends who were making fun of me or saying things, negatively about my breasts were actually jealous or envious that I had these large breasts and they didn't. And I didn't realize that. And as a teenager, you just think, oh my God, I'm different. You don't want to be different from anyone else. You want to be, the same, or you want to be accepted and all of that kind of stuff. And anything that made you different, you hated it, So because I was so much larger than most of my friends, I hated the fact that my breasts made me different. And of course guys would chase me just to make them jump up and down, and it took a while for me to really start to appreciate my body. I mean, it's just a maturity level that you're going to grow into your breasts, or whatever it is that you are hating on yourself. For me, it was just my breast, because that was the most that stood out, if you will, and that really just seemed to, even today, garner a lot of attention, which is probably why I'm not showing you guys my chest area. But it just seems to really be the focal point when you're talking to men, especially. They have a tendency to look downward while you're speaking instead of looking here into your eyes. So yeah, it took a while for me to just appreciate my fullness, my large rack, my big boob babe body. Okay, so now today, of course, it's a whole different ball game. I'm no longer ashamed of my big breasts. Of course, I'm not as large as I was, because I did have a reduction, and that was after my children were born. My doctor would not give me the reduction until I had my last child. I think about a year or two after that is when I went in and had them reduced, and I went from that double D E cup to a C cup, and that was at the request of my husband. If it had been left up to me, I probably would have went to a B cup. I mean, it was just that drastic. I enjoyed the 10 years that I had as a C cup, and I was able to go braless. I was able to wear the little cute, sexy bras and the tops that, you know, some of my friends were wearing. But of course, at that time I was a mother, so I wasn't really I really didn't get the benefits as it would have been when I was younger and in my teenage years. But still, I enjoyed just getting the comfort and being able to sleep without wearing my bras all, you know, during the night, because of course, ladies, don't do that. That's not good. It's actually cutting off circulation and things like that. It's slowing up your blood flow. You need to be free at night. I can now afford to go out and buy the kind of bras that I need that will give me the support that I need, that will give me the separation, so it doesn't look like I have this just one uni bra, you know, this uni breast, and also the kind of bras that you need to help accentuate your chest as well as your clothing. Once you have the right bra and you're wearing the right kind of tops for big boob babes like us, you then can get your confidence. You can start feeling better about your body and yourself, and you have no problems wearing V-necks anymore. You want to wear tops that are flattering, you know. Get away from the turtlenecks, ladies. You big boob babes cannot carry turtlenecks. I'm sorry. They just make our breasts look even larger, and I love turtlenecks. So most of the turtlenecks that I wear are blouses with the turtleneck collar, but the actual blouse itself has this mesh material that's see-through. But tops like this that has like a little V in it, like this, is very nice for us, because especially if you have the right kind of bra, and this kind of bra is absolutely, I love this bra. This is probably one of my favorites. It keeps all of my breast tissues from coming underneath my armpit. It pushes, it has the wire underneath, so it pushes everything towards the front where it's supposed to be, and it just makes everything look round and separates in here, so that I actually have some definition in between my breasts, so you can see that they are two breasts instead of this one big kind of this one big pillow kind of effect. So this is a really good bra, and it really complements this top. And so now it doesn't show that my breasts are as as big as they are. And of course I'm wearing stripes in this top that also helps to keep the illusion that they're not as big as they are. If I was wearing stripes this way, that wouldn't be a good thing, because then it just makes it look, it makes my breasts look even bigger. So you want to know what kind of tops to wear. You want to know your right size. That's important, because when I was a teenager, of course, I didn't even know what size I was. I was wearing bras that that I found at Kmart, because of course they were cheap. But now that you can go into Dillard's or Belk's or any lingerie shop that has a consultant who really knows how to measure your breast area, how to measure your chest, to let you know what size that you need, and they can then fit you to the right bra. They can also find bras that will hold you in a little bit to make you look smaller than you are. There are just a lot of things that they can do now that I didn't know about. I'm pretty sure when I was a teenager they still had these services, but again, I couldn't afford it. And now that I'm an adult and can afford to go out and buy the right kind of brassiere, and as well as the right kind of clothing, you know what to do now. I would suggest for those of you who may be still in that stage of I hate my breasts, you may want to check into going to get your breasts measured and making sure you're in the right size bra, making sure you have a bra that's doing its job, lifting you up so that you can breathe, and having the right kind of strappings on your bra so that it gives you support without cutting into your shoulders. And it's also giving you some support in that back, because having a big rack is great, is beautiful, and is fun and all of that. It also can be very detrimental to your health and the rest of your body parts. I wanted to come in and just talk about this subject because there's a lot of people out there that are big boob babes and hate it, not realizing that there are solutions and other avenues that they can take to make them feel better about their size. Yes, there are people who are paying big dollars to have implants and things like that for big breasts, but they didn't live with these breasts the way we live with them. We grew up with these. They didn't just come overnight. We've been carrying these for years, and so we have the scars to prove that, and the heartache and the embarrassments and all of that came with it as you grew up from a teenager with the size. Okay, but now of course everybody wants big breasts, and they have the maturity level right now to handle it, whereas when you and I were teenagers, we didn't have that maturity, and so we grew up thinking our big breasts were problems, were negatives, because that's how we were made to feel about them. And now people are embracing women with large racks. So it takes a while to get to that stage where you can embrace your boobs, your breasts, and see them for what they are. Fatty tissues, but at the same time they can make a woman feel sexy and look good in her clothing if you have the right underwear, if you have the right clothing. Yeah, and so I just wanted to come in and encourage women like me who grew up with the big breast babe syndrome, and hated it. Yes, you can get them reduced, but you can also get the right bra and the right kind of clothing to before you go and have that reduction done, because after you have the reduction, if you gain any pounds at all, the first place those pounds are going to return to is, you got it, that breast area, your breast area. So even though I was a C cup for 10 years, it's now back into my D cups, and it is what it is. So I just go and get the right kind of bras and the right kind of tops, and keep it moving. So alright, so that's all that I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. This is the lady signing off for now, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.